Protein. Protein is the building block of literally everything in your body. Your muscles, your skin, your hair, your enzymes, your hormones. It's basically the construction crew keeping your entire body from falling apart. Without enough of it, that construction crew goes on strike, and things start crumbling in ways that are both fascinating and deeply uncomfortable. The most visible sign is muscle loss. Your body, desperate for amino acids, starts breaking down your own muscle tissue to keep vital organs functioning. So all those hours at the gym? Gone. Your body is essentially eating itself, which sounds like something out of a horror movie, but is unfortunately just basic biology. Then comes the swelling. Protein helps maintain fluid balance in your body, and without enough of it, fluid leaks into your tissues, causing a condition called edema, particularly noticeable in the belly and legs. Your body starts looking puffy in all the wrong places. And no, it's not a glow-up. Your hair starts thinning, your nails become brittle, your skin gets dry and flaky, and wounds take forever to heal because your body doesn't have the raw materials to repair tissue. Your immune system also weakens significantly since antibodies are made of protein, meaning you start catching every cold, flu, and random illness that floats past you. That coworker who sneezes across the office? Yeah, you're done for. Protein deficiency is rare in places with access to diverse food, but low-grade deficiency is more common than people think, especially in people eating highly processed diets with little to no quality protein sources. Fat. Dietary fat has been unfairly villainized for decades, and honestly, fat deserves a full public apology and maybe a statue. Because when you don't get enough of the right fats, your body lets you know in some very unpleasant ways. First, your brain takes a hit. About 60% of your brain is made of fat. Essential fatty acids like omega-3s are critical for brain function, mood regulation, and memory. A deficiency can lead to depression, anxiety, difficulty concentrating, and cognitive decline. So if you've been feeling mentally foggy and emotionally all over the place lately, maybe it's not your boss. Maybe it's just not enough fat. Your skin becomes extremely dry, rough, and flaky because fat helps maintain the skin's moisture barrier. Your hair loses its shine and starts to thin. You also begin struggling to absorb fat-soluble vitamins, A, D, E, and K, which means even if you're eating those vitamins, your body can't actually use them properly. You're essentially paying for a gym membership and never walking through the door. Hormonal imbalances are another big issue. Fats are the raw material for hormone production, so without enough of them, your hormones go completely haywire, affecting everything from your menstrual cycle to your stress response to your sleep. Not all fats are created equal, though. The ones your body truly needs are unsaturated fats and essential fatty acids found in foods like fish, nuts, seeds, and avocados. The lesson here is simple. Don't fear fat. Fear the deficiency of it. Vitamins. Vitamins are like the unsung backstage crew of your body. They never take center stage, nobody talks about them at dinner, but the moment they're missing, the entire show falls apart spectacularly. Each vitamin plays a specific role, and deficiencies vary depending on which one is missing. Vitamin A deficiency leads to night blindness. You literally cannot see properly in low light, which makes driving at night less of a commute and more of a gamble. Vitamin B12 deficiency causes extreme fatigue, memory problems, and a strange tingling or numbness in your hands and feet. It feels like your limbs are permanently falling asleep at the most inconvenient times. Vitamin C deficiency leads to scurvy, yes, the pirate disease, causing bleeding gums, loose teeth, and bruising from basically breathing too hard. You don't have to be on a ship in the 1600s to get it. Apparently just skipping fruits for too long will do the job. Vitamin D deficiency is one of the most widespread issues in the modern world. Billions of people are deficient, largely because we spend most of our time indoors avoiding the sun like it personally wronged us. Symptoms include bone pain, muscle weakness, persistent low mood, and a weakened immune system. Vitamin K deficiency impairs blood clotting, meaning a small cut takes much longer to stop bleeding than it should, which is alarming every single time. The terrifying part about vitamin deficiencies is that they develop slowly and quietly. You dismiss the symptoms as just being tired or stressed, not realizing your body has been running on empty for months. A diverse diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and quality proteins is the most reliable way to cover your vitamin bases without having to memorize a supplement shopping list the length of a novel. Minerals. If vitamins are the backstage crew, minerals are the actual stage itself, the structural foundation everything else depends on. And just like a stage with missing bolts, mineral deficiencies can make the whole performance collapse, loudly and in front of everyone. Iron deficiency is the most common mineral deficiency in the world, affecting roughly 2 billion people. The result is anemia, a condition where your blood can't carry enough oxygen to your tissues. You feel constantly exhausted, your skin turns pale, you get shortness of breath just climbing a flight of stairs, and your heart starts beating faster trying to compensate. Some people even develop a bizarre craving for ice, dirt, or chalk, a condition called pica, which is your body's desperate and very confused attempt to find missing minerals. Your body essentially starts treating the ground like a snack option, which is a sign things have gone too far. Calcium deficiency weakens your bones and teeth and causes muscle cramps, spasms, and in severe cases, abnormal heart rhythms. Magnesium deficiency brings anxiety, insomnia, migraines, and muscle twitches. Zinc deficiency impairs your immune system and your ability to taste and smell, which sounds minor until you realize food becomes completely joyless and suddenly everything tastes like disappointment. Potassium deficiency causes muscle weakness, cramps, constipation, and heart irregularities. The pattern across all mineral deficiencies is consistent. Your body's core systems start breaking down one by one, subtly at first, then significantly. The fix is usually straightforward. Eat a varied whole foods diet and you cover most of your mineral needs naturally. No chalk required. Carbohydrate. Now let's talk about carbohydrates, the nutrient everyone either loves too much or is currently avoiding because of some diet they saw on the internet at 11 p.m. and committed to immediately. Carbs are your body's #1 preferred fuel source. Your brain alone runs almost entirely on glucose, which comes from carbohydrates. So when you don't eat enough of them, things get interesting very fast. The first thing that happens is your energy crashes. Not just a little tired, we're talking staring at the wall for 5 minutes wondering what you were about to do, kind of tired. Your brain starts to fog up, your concentration disappears, and simple tasks suddenly feel like you're trying to solve a math problem underwater while someone plays loud music. People around you might notice you've become a little irritable too. That's not a personality flaw, that's just your brain screaming for glucose. Your body doesn't just sit there and accept it though. It's smart. It switches to breaking down fat and protein for energy instead, a process called gluconeogenesis. Sounds impressive, but it comes at a cost. You lose muscle mass, your body starts producing ketones as a byproduct, and you might experience nausea, headaches, and bad breath that no amount of mint, gum, or desperate spraying of cologne can fix. Long-term, severe carb deficiency can weaken your immune system and mess with your hormone levels. So the next time someone tells you carbs are the enemy, remind them that your brain would very much like to have a word. Water. Water is so basic, so obvious, so freely available that it seems almost embarrassing to be deficient in it. And yet, studies consistently show that a majority of people walk around in a state of mild chronic dehydration without even realizing it. We are literally surrounded by water and somehow still managing to not drink enough of it. Even mild dehydration, just 1 to 2% below optimal levels, has measurable effects on your brain and body. Your concentration drops, your short-term memory gets impaired, you feel fatigued, and you become noticeably more irritable. Your body sends you a signal in the form of thirst, but by the time you actually feel thirsty, you're already behind. Thirst is not a prevention system, it's a late notice, like getting a bill reminder after the due date has already passed. As dehydration worsens, symptoms escalate, headaches kick in, your heart rate increases, your urine turns dark yellow or brown, your skin loses elasticity, and your kidneys start struggling to filter waste from your blood. Severe dehydration leads to confusion, rapid breathing, sunken eyes, and in extreme cases, organ failure. It is, without exaggeration, one of the fastest ways to die. Humans can survive weeks without food, but only days without water. Your body is 60% water, and it takes that very seriously. The solution is almost insultingly simple. Drink water consistently throughout the day, not just when you're thirsty, and increase your intake during exercise, hot weather, or illness. Carry a bottle, set a reminder, do whatever it takes. Your organs will be grateful, and they won't even send a thank you card. They'll just quietly keep you alive, which is honestly enough. Fiber. Fiber doesn't get nearly enough credit. It doesn't build muscle, it doesn't power your brain, it doesn't make your skin glow, it just quietly keeps your digestive system from becoming an absolute disaster zone. And when it's missing, the disaster arrives promptly and without warning. The most immediate symptom is constipation. Without fiber to bulk up stool and keep things moving, your digestive system slows to a crawl. This leads to bloating, discomfort, and the kind of bathroom experiences nobody wants to talk about but absolutely everyone has suffered through. You know the ones. Over time, chronic constipation can lead to hemorrhoids and diverticular disease, small pouches forming in the walls of your colon that can become inflamed and infected. Your colon starts developing potholes, basically. Beyond digestion, fiber plays a critical role in regulating blood sugar. Without it, glucose from food is absorbed rapidly into the bloodstream, causing sharp spikes and crashes in blood sugar levels, leaving you hungry again an hour after eating and riding an energy roller coaster all day. Long-term, this pattern significantly increases the risk of type 2 diabetes. Fiber also feeds the beneficial bacteria in your gut, and without it, your gut microbiome, the community of trillions of bacteria that influence everything from immunity to mood, starts to deteriorate. Research is increasingly linking poor gut health to anxiety, depression, and a weakened immune system. So your gut bacteria are essentially managing your emotions and you're starving them. The fix? Fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains. Simple, unglamorous, and genuinely life-changing. Antioxidant. Antioxidants are your body's internal security system, constantly patrolling for free radicals, which are unstable molecules that damage your cells, accelerate aging, and contribute to serious diseases. Think of free radicals as tiny troublemakers running loose inside your body, and antioxidants as the security guards chasing them down. When you don't get enough antioxidants, the troublemakers take over, and your cells pay the price. The effects of antioxidant deficiency are slower and less dramatic than, say, iron deficiency, but they are deeply significant over time. Your skin ages faster, wrinkles appear earlier, your complexion becomes dull, and cellular damage accumulates beneath the surface. Your immune system weakens, making you more susceptible to infections and slower to recover from illness. You basically start aging in fast forward while everyone around you seems fine. Chronic oxidative stress, the technical term for what happens when free radicals overwhelm your antioxidant defenses, is now linked to an increased risk of heart disease, cancer, neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's, and accelerated overall aging. Your eyes are also at risk. Antioxidant deficiency is strongly associated with age-related macular degeneration and cataracts. Your body is fighting battles on multiple fronts simultaneously, and you're sending it in without backup. The good news is that the antioxidant-rich foods are also the most colorful and delicious ones on the planet. Berries, dark chocolate, green tea, leafy greens, nuts, and brightly colored vegetables. This is genuinely one of the few times in nutrition where the fun option is also the right option. Your body is fighting a daily battle against cellular damage. Give it the weapons it needs, and it will reward you with better skin, a stronger immune system, and a longer, healthier life. The choice really is that simple and that delicious.